confused there.
What?
I was like, are we still live?
Baiting us in a little bit. Here we go. We are good to go. Pissed around underway. Magic's getting the dualies. I love it. Only got 5 players. Pick up 6 guns. Let's see. Where is this utility going early? Looks like they might go for a blow off the squeaky door. Go for a vent drop. Certainly have the utility for it. But no, it seems like it's going to be a ramp play instead. So Chopper's going to have his work cut out for him. He was so good on Inferno, and they've lost their outside presence early. The alert from Cadian is dealt with. It's done. It's done. Chopper, though, going to have to try and do some damage here from the rat hole. He's unable to. And Mir falters as well. Now things get interesting. This bomb down. There are still just 4 guns on each side because Magic has 2. I'm going to beat this like a dead horse. But here comes the swing. Door pops open. Magic's only able to get 1 kill. He does get 1, to be quite frank, while being face down with 3, which is not a bad shout. That nade might finish off DCs, but he closes the door to prevent it from hitting. Beautifully done. Now SDY with 3 players to find. He knows their positioning roughly, but he is being flanked from Borup. He'll eventually come out of decon, and so he's going to go back to face, clean this up. Use those sinks to do so. Borup doesn't expect him here. There we go. There's a shot. There's 1. There's 2. They've won the round. SDY cannot do this. He wants to prevent them from getting away. He wants to find some extra kills. That's not going to be available to him. Heroic win it. They take the pistol.
Yeah, in tremendous fashion. As you said, it was kind of crazy that, who was it? I forget even who it was now that got away with that 1 kill, went face down by 3 in towards the doors, but it was tremendous. He even got away with that 1 frag, but Heroic, they just used their numbers well, despite being almost outgunned. They were on even terms in that regard, as you said, because of the dual Berettas. But either way, Heroic, they pick up a very crucial opening pistol round. They will have to ensure they overcome this force by now before they get into that easier territory of taking that 3rd round and at least confirming that they're able to, of course, capitalize off winning the pistol. But it should be theirs. They've gone towards a bit of a mixed buy. They get a good kind of mix of Jalil's AKs and the Mac 10s, and obviously a lot of nades alongside that. But Magic's,
no.
He lines up 2 of them as they try to come out of the hood. Maybe more to come. Not quite yet. He doesn't hit the shots there on towards Nico. But he's back in cover. He's staying alive. And, well, it's going to be a tough one for Heroic to recover his chopper on that 5-7. We know what he can do. He's only got 1 so far this round, but it doesn't really seem like it's going to hold him back because the Deagles have been stepping up across the board for Team Spirit. Stown is left all alone, and he's going to need a tremendous 1 versus 3 here to save this round for Heroic, and will probably save their confidence. This is not the start you want going into the 2nd map.
Certainly not. Just disastrous from the word jump. Magic's taking 2 as they come out the hut, but Stown has a chance to recover. He's going to see if they'll give him anything if he gives him a little time. So far, not so good. There's still a scout up in heaven, which is the first hurdle to overcome, but Dexter, for the time being, has responsibility elsewhere. His eyes are glued outside, trying to prevent the wrap should that come through. But that also means Stown doesn't have an opportunity to isolate that first fight. He's going to have to face in. And even then, Dexter has a nade, so if he comes down low against these pistols, that nade might just sail through. 20 seconds, he's running out of it. They'll face together, and it is, in fact, Dexter to get the final shot. This round stolen. Team Spirit winning the force by sending Heroic into full shambles. Magics. I mean, yes, the impact. 243 damage is all well and good, but dumping the bomb out of their hands and right into the middle of your team is even better. A Mag 7 out for SDY. You know I love my shotties on Nuke. I'm excited for this one. Where's he going with it? Hut? Hut.
Yeah, the auto shot maybe against the pistols is a bit of a better shout, but the Mag 7 is still a very viable weapon around this area as well. Obviously, not quite as expensive either. Looks like we're going to see them actually move quickly into ramp, potentially. They do have some presence elsewhere. Only a small bit now, as it's Cadian who's left towards outside because they've already lost 1 player. But yeah, grouped up on ramp, this is the goal. Chopper, a man who was doing a great job at kind of locking down B as the anchor on Inferno. And, well, it's kind of a similar role here over towards ramp. He's going to realize he can't really stick around as they closed in the distance, so he did fall back down, but he decides to come back in to try and give that assistance to Dexter. Didn't make it there in time to actually stop his teammate from falling, but it's a solid trade. And again, realizes when he just needs to back away, and when there's no need to really force the issue. As I said, obviously he fights again, but he wins it, so I'm not going to judge him. He also had a teammate by that point ready with him.
He just has an astounding feel for positioning. I mean, even in playing that ramp room, one of the toughest things to do when, as Kadian gets shot in the back of the head with the USB, one of the toughest aspects of the game plan when you're the ramp player is once they've forced you down ramp, if you want to fight back up, which side are they coming from? Chopper just knows. He always seems to just know, and he reads it and he pulls off the kill. And then he gets the second. The timing on his faces against the AUG, incredible. So there we go. Impact players Chopper in that round, but Spirit pull into the lead. And now Heroic, they're going to have to take another eco. Dry Glocks. Clocks. What are they even going to do? Presence on the silo. That's not going to do much. Maybe just pop the door and hope for the best. Pop the door and pray. SDY is about to feast. Oh, he didn't even get a kill with a shotgun. Come on. Let him have some fun.
Just means he's got to do it in the gun rounds, Mike. He's probably going to hang on to it. I don't think it's really worth the upgrade when he's playing around the hook. May as well just keep the full money in the reserve for a great bonus, basically. I mean, it's not really a bonus when you look at overall the weapons. Obviously, they have him play with full nades and everything. So, yeah, they're happy enough with the position they're in right now. If they win this first gun round, then Heroic are in a lot of trouble. So, we do need to see some success, and well, it's not perfect from Heroic. Kadian's actually stuck onto the Deagle. He's down on a Galil. He's one of the better fraggers as well, so I don't like seeing him being relegated to a weaker weapon, especially in such a critical swing round.
Kadian also has $1,550 spare, so he chose to go for a Deagle, presumably so that in a future round he can maybe get up the AWP, but it's a bit of a weird choice. Could have had a Galil. Could have had any of the SMGs. I guess not a P90, but, you know, he had full utility even. Might have been able to get towards a rifle. I'm not going to try and do that quick math live on air, but certainly the rifle or the lesser rifle was available to him. So this is a willful choice, but they may regret limiting their buy in this round. Let's see. Creeping outside, two players trying to take some control. This is Nico and TC, but one down already. Mir has struck. The Mir monster like the victim and is backing right off of it.
Oh, this is where the shotgun comes in, like we're gonna see it. Oh, he gets the dink. That is unfortunate. He obviously follows up with the finish, but that's the issue with the Mag 7. He can only get those two shots off, rather, before being completely overwhelmed. They are still sitting in the 2-on-2, but it's not a bad spot for Heroic. The only thing is getting that bomb down, even with the smoke, could be a bit of a challenge. Chopper's already up in heaven. They also have Dexter ready in main. He's for now smoked off, and yeah, I'm liking this. They're going to reroute it down. That should allow them to get the bomb planted and actually get in towards strong after plants, rather than immediately being on the back heels with probably Spirit swarming in as soon as they tried to plant on the upper bomb site. So yeah, they'll realize though they heard that door on the lower half, and yeah, now they're going to begin to make their way down. Actually not grouping up, so we're going to see one approach from the vents, and as we can see, Chopper making his way in towards ramp. It's going to be tough. They do have a few nades. They have a smoke, a flash, and a HE. But as I said, at this point, Heroic have been given so much time to set up.
Now, this is interesting. Kadian's actually behind Dexter. They just passed each other. They didn't notice. Oh, they didn't notice. Oh. Both turned the wrong direction. That's huge. I don't think either player was aware of the other's position. Chopper clears out the player on site. Now it's all onto Kadian. He's been smoked off. He holds the lineup, though. He holds the angle. They're going to stack the defuse. There's the body block. He's not going to be able to deny this. It is... No, he gets it! Last second! Had just enough time to go for the reload to secure the round. Kadian, no time to spare, but knew exactly what he needed.
Damn, to the wire, Mike. That couldn't have been any closer. It looked like it was about to be pretty much 100% the round for Spirit. And there was a good entry coming back in, obviously, on towards the player who was tucked in. But as you had said, they had somehow managed to bypass each other. I didn't actually catch that specifically. Was focused on the player making his way across the rafters initially. But either way, it worked out for Kadian. I guess a little bit of revenge for what happened, where him getting past someone actually went the other direction. It allowed for Spirit back on Inferno to steal away the round, remember? So it's kind of the reverse of that now. As we mentioned, though, full buy back in from Spirit. This time, no shotguns, no weaknesses. So Heroic do need to do that again. The SpongeBob meme, you know? I do want to see them do it again.
Yeah. Decidedly need to do it again. 2 kits as well available. So no problems in that regard. There is going to be the potential of an op tool here. Kadian's got the big green. Stakes are going for it outside. He is indeed. He's going to go for the face and garage. Where's Kadian? Kadian's boosted up, going for the hunt. They're going for the fight. Dexter gets the better of him. Dropping down. He tries to slip away, but he can do no such thing. Dexter wants more. He wants the tag. His teammate's getting forward. Mir's going to have positioning. This is going to get real weird for Nico. 2 players already dropped. Looking for more. Nico's not going to know if he clears this. Oh, he does not. I was going to say that would require so much awareness. Bore up. Next potential victim will actually be able to turn that back around and Stown get one elsewhere. So not a bad effort. But let's see what they can do. Smoke in. Not going to work out. SDY onto him. Leaves it all to Borup. Borup has much work to be done. Flash, smoke, molly to facilitate it. But solo play onto the site. The problem with these upper execs is you can't throw your own nades if they need to be thrown from the roof. There's just not enough time to run back down and execute. So the player on Hut's in a really strong position to deal with him. Borup's just going to kind of have to figure it out. If he's looking the wrong way, though, you never know. There's the drop. SDY gives up the goose. But time is precious. Borup's looking the right direction. Love the awareness here. Molly into heaven. Could allow him to get a bomb plant down. Magic's going to go ahead of it out into the rafters. That's how Borup's realize this. He looks for it, but Magic's is a bit quicker on the trigger. Really nice attempt from Borup. A smart attempt as well. Seemed to have the read on the positioning. Just couldn't quite hit that next shot.
Yeah, at the least at the moment, Heroic are keeping the damage on towards Spirit. They didn't get a clean round there, so you can see the economy all being invested back in to get those nades even onto the players who do survive. The only unfortunate thing is Heroic can't really capitalize on it right now. They do need to take one eco. But being here on the T side of Nuke, 2 to 4, it's not too bad. It's all about that grind. Aiming up towards 6 or 7 rounds, then you're feeling pretty decent. And, well, obviously, I think in Heroic's case, rather, they probably want a little bit more than that even, just for the comfort after going down the map. But it's not what you need. As I said, 6 or 7 is where you start at least having a half that's workable with, one that you're going to be feeling pretty good as you swap over. They do want to approach Secret, but nicely timed molly by Mir. He is going to stick around, though, so this could cause a lot of trouble. As you said, though, the nade, nope, I think it went over them. That's unfortunate. Looks like it could have given them a lot more than that.
The CSGO equivalent of blue balls is a nade that looks like it's going to be really meaty on the X-ray, but then just does no damage. I hate it.
Not as bad as they used to be. Sometimes the stairs before they said they
bad.
did anyway. So bad. It's not perfect.
I swear
That's
that
why
patch did nothing.
It used to be. I think it like added an extra 2 damage per nade, maybe.
I was so excited for that patch, and then it didn't really change much in the server. Here comes the hit. There are 3 guns looking for this, so even though they've got a lot of positioning, I don't know that Heroic are going to be able to get this into a bomb plant. It's just going to be very tricky for them. There's the swing from Rat Hole, but Dexter goes down and suddenly gets a bit risky. Got to look 2 ways at once. Well, that's one way that's not covered. Damage done. Chopper does take a dink, but Chopper's still good for it. Now there's a player down the vents, and that should finish this off. No, Nico's still making it expensive. He'd like to find one more. That'd be lovely. Gonna go for the face. This time, it's not happening. Spirit find 5, keeping 3 alive. They avert the worst of it. They're able to recover a couple of AKs as well, so those guns can live on. Can anyone drop an AWP? Yes, they can. And so there is going to be an AWP available for Degster.
Yeah, and that's what you need. You do want Dexter on towards that off. He had a pretty good game in the last map, but I don't think we got to see him pop off quite like he is capable of, so maybe that's what he's going to give us now. Oh yeah, look at those odds, like 1.3 to 4.25. They were both 1.8 something and 1.9 something. I think they were 0.02 away from each other at the start of that first map. So yeah, you can see clearly the opinions have shifted quite a little bit since then. Push in towards A, actually not going too well for Heroic. They get completely destroyed. They tried to molly the player off the top of the hood. That didn't work out. Did they even try and molly him? I thought I'd heard the mollies coming in. Either way, he was given free reign to just rain down hell from there. And now it's all on Cadian. The bomb's going to be planted, but yeah, there's not much else coming from it. And everyone else had fully invested. You might look at Cadian and be like, that's Brand a half. Like, that was Cadian. And there we go. He can't get anything. Swarmed by 3 players.
It is really weird that they do this thing where everybody buys fully except for Cadian, who just sits on a pistol. It's odd to me. I don't love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it gives him the... Well, although you look at the buy now, they'll be able to get up 3 AKs, a 4th on Nico, and an AWP on Cadian. So I guess this is the idea. The bomb plant secures them a meager buy, but they'll be so limited on the utility. 3 players will have nothing if that's what they decide to go for. Could go for the Galils. But since the aim has been so snappy from Spirit, it's tough to duel them with a Galil without that kill power. And yeah, we are going to see the AKs come out, so they're just going to have really nothing in terms of util. Cadian doesn't even have head armor. Fortunately for him, there are no M4s on the other side because nobody's died in a while for Spirit, so they got plenty of AKs. Here comes the hit, and it's a massacre! Mir through the smoke takes 3. Who cares if he dies afterwards? He's done enough. He can rest for the rest of his round, leave his teammates to do the work. My goodness, Cadian's even low. I mean, this is a disaster for Heroic. They've just now gotten Secret. It cost them 3 bodies and actually almost all another player's worth of health. These 2 players between them have 109 points. Cadian is so low. This is a disaster. Fortunately for them, there is no presence towards lower. They could maybe get this bomb down, maybe play an after plant. Although you'd imagine that the ramp player would rotate. And oh no, they've hesitated outside. Now Chopper's on the silo. No one's looking for this. No one's looking for this. There's the spot. Now he knows. But he actually sticks around a little bit too long. Thesis could get that kill. That is well done. If Chopper finds one more there, it's over. As it is, they have an opportunity here, Dean.
Yeah, I thought it was fitting that Chopper was so high up, but it didn't work out for him, unfortunately. It was a good punish there coming in from Tessies, but yeah, 3-on-2, 40 seconds remaining. Unfortunately, both players being separated. Cadian couldn't really cross over to actually help out his teammate. So where exactly is the goal? Where are they heading towards? It could be Cadian trying to get in towards ramp, but the issue is he needs to get an entry on his own on only 30 HP, so it's going to be a pretty difficult task. And they might even work towards upper. Yeah, in towards the vent. There's a player holding from main. He's ready for it, at least for the first kill. Nice trade by Tessies, actually, finding the instant headshot. But Magix was also tucked in up close behind that door, which wasn't expected. 7-2. Tremendous starter. And yeah, that 3K was ridiculous. He didn't even spot any of them. Just spams through, gets a triple kill. And as you said, he doesn't even care that he gets traded at that point. He's just feeling super happy about the position that he'd left his teammates in. And yeah, a pause from Heroic
I think he
is
maybe caught half a frame of the first guy, and then just based on where he was at, sprays for the next and catches it. It's just the gears turning in Mir's head. Just immense. I don't know what's going on behind those eyes, but he's got a whole CS factory computing process going on because there's just power being put towards his thoughts. I got to the end of that sentence, and I don't think that imagery made any sense whatsoever. So we're just going to walk away from it. Speaking of walking away from it, Heroic are going to try and walk away with a round win. They've invested quite a bit into this. Mac 10s, armor, flashes to set it up. Cadian will be saving again to get the AWP. Let's see what we got. Can we get a bomb plant out of this? That would be grand. Nades in. Oh, they are destroyed. There's the nades I like to see. The chunky ones, and SDY has taken 3. They are locked out. No bomb plan, no possibility, no bomb control. At this point, Nico would just like something, anything to work with. A kill with that Mac 10 would be something, but he will be denied. Mir on the edge of the smoke collects, and Team Spirit wastes no time getting through round 10.
The hut seems to be a very bad place for Heroic to go. Every time we see them try and make their way through, they get decimated on their way out. Those nades there took 3 players out of play pretty much, even though it only finished 2 of them, finished 1, I believe, rather, left the other 2 on like 10 health each. So it's not going well for Heroic. We knew it was the half buy. That was not the full investment, so we need to keep that in mind and realize the priority here was this round, but it's one that they must win. They need to wake up right now. Otherwise, Team Spirit are going to be on their way into the playoffs. And well, Heroic will have a few more games before they actually can find that out. Good entry by Nico. Dexter gets caught. He wanted to play quite aggressive around the smokes. Mir was also on the way around to try and peek up from Secret, but he was quite a bit away, so he's only arriving now. And well, Nico seems to be ready for it. Yeah, punishes a straight up. There we go. Easily the best start Heroic have had in a round. So much control as well now. Look at Tessie's around on Heaven. I don't want to see him peek this yet if they're not ready to go. A little bit risky, but he wins it.
And the second as well. SDY is the only one remaining. As soon as they realize where he's at, they can either just pressure in with 5 or, okay, Tessies will just kill everyone. Never mind. No concern. 5 players survived. Where was this been, Heroic? I mean, that was really down to 2 players. Individual effort there. Nico, 2 huge openers. Deleting Dexter outside and then getting a follow-up on Mir. Neutralizes 2 of the most potent threats. And then just Tessies working his way all the way around in towards Heaven. 3 kills in the round, 300 damage. No one helped him out there. But that's nice to see. It wasn't... Well, I don't know that that's necessarily the most sustainable, but hey, if you can hit those shots, keep hitting those shots. more of that. There is Bank still built for Spirit, so they're of course going to be contesting this, but maybe a little bit more timidly. Dexter doesn't want to get his head ripped from his shoulders quite again. Nico will work his way down in towards Secret as well. But look at this wrap by the red box. This is interesting. Mir, never one to be slowed. He's gone all the way through. He could be a fast flank in towards lobby, or he can come back to Secret. Secret would be a little bit awkward because he's going to duel off against Nico here. But Nico slipped down. Timing is everything. If they get pushed back into the lobby, okay, this could be huge. Mir's now on a massive flank, and they haven't committed into ramp, so Mir's going to have so much impact. Timing everything here. He could destroy all of them, knowing Mir. And there's 2, there's 3. He's going to get the 2 kills, goes back for more, won't quite find it. Maybe should have fallen away, but he has done so much damage.
Yeah, that was insane. It looked like he could have got a bit more, maybe even if he backed off after those 2 kills, just to keep the flank, I guess, in the back of the mind of them to allow for the trap pretty much to be set in lobby still. But it doesn't matter because Dexter has caught one on the cross there. He got blinded up a little bit, but clearly not completely, as he does catch one player crossing over. Nico and Tessie's left to try and save the day, and Nico's giving us a nice opening. They didn't expect Chopper to also be here, and he swings out and takes the 2nd kill as well. Holds B on his own, sends Team Spirit up to 9, and yeah, it's looking pretty good for Team Spirit right now, heading towards the 2-0. Pretty uncontested here on their CT side. Oh, again, the producer just wants to console Heroic. They're having a tough game.
Yeah, don't worry about that one. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Don't look too close. Let's see what we got here. Ops are out on both sides. Are we going to get a duel again? Dexter looks like he wants it. Now he's going for the squeaky peek, and it might work, to be honest. That's a great nade on the Stone. They've gotten down the vent, but look at Mir. Oh, Mir waiting for the knife. Mir is waiting for the knife. Come on, Stone. You know you want it. Go for it. Go for the vent drop. Mir moves off. There's a player who's just come down vent behind him. This could be really interesting. Mir could be flanked out by Stone, but Stone may not also realize he's here. He's coming to clear it. Oh, Mir's gotten around the corner. Does he know this is happening? They molly for it, so they have to. Kadian has the shot. Okay. They realize what had happened. Let's see why, though. Gets a kill on Nico. They want to chase in towards Mini, but that is going to be tough to do. They have some control towards lower. The bomb is nowhere in sight. Stone is down here. Kadian is down here. Problem is the bomb's way back by the shutters. That'll need to be claimed out of the bomb. That'll need to be taken. This is... well, it's going to be tricky. Damage done. They're making the move. Borup gets claimed. Now that bomb is down and position is known as well. Control on the roof means that this is going to be disastrous for Heroic. They have to go back and get it, and they do not have time to do so. Magix is just going to hold this. Spotted. Flashbang to continue to slow them down. Every second he whittles away is perfect for the team right now, even if he allows them to get the bomb, and he has done so. But there's someone on silo. On silo as well. Dacey's to just a wee little sliver of health. His teammate will come up to try and fight him back down towards the site, but there's so much risk inherent in this. Fortunately for them, the bomb does drop down the stairs. That can be retrieved, I believe. No, he's got to get back up. That's not going to happen. Stone, out of time, out of possibility. He's just going to have to save what he can get and fight into the next round.
Yeah, he won't be hunted, I don't believe, anyway, so the op should be carried over, but it's double digits for Team Spirit. Heroic, it was looking decent in the early stages. What was it, 2-5, I think? Or even 2-4, I'm pretty sure. I was saying they were managing to at least have an okay position to build off of, and that it was all about the grind, but we haven't really seen it working out for them since then. Yeah, we're getting into desperate times.
It's been 3 completely isolated rounds, Steve. This is no way to build a half. You won the pistol, you won 1 round to go 2-3, then you lost 5 in a row before you won your next. So, it's been rough. It's been 2 rounds since then. If they could change these last 2 at the end, that'd be fantastic, but it just has not been consistent. Even then, in a 5-10, based on the way Spirit's been playing, I do not fancy Heroic's chances. As it is, I don't fancy the chances for these last 2. Spirit has been an absolute shutdown of a team, and unless Heroic have won that first phase, it has been tough for them to get anything going here. Let's see what they can do. They are going to have the op again. They have decent utility. There aren't too many limitations. It's not perfect, but it's perfectly fine to make do with. Maybe a faster play on towards A might be a ticket. Mirror once again has gotten down towards vent. Think he may have made some noise in doing so. Stone's looking for it.
Oh, did he see the head?
I don't think so. I think the X-ray was deceptive there. Oh, now he can see the gun barrel, definitely. Mirror's just like, come on, man. Drop. You know you want to.
Yeah, at this point they backed away, and well, understandably, because Down was getting spammed from elsewhere, I'm pretty sure. I think from the player maybe up in Heavens, the only one that would have made real sense. But yeah, they backed off. They've decided to just attempt to take this control now towards outside, and well, they are pretty much going to get it, because Nico had already pushed up towards the garage, so it's just about joining up alongside him. But Dexter back underneath Heaven right now, not down in Hell itself, but instead in behind the generator, and we'll see what chances will come his way, because at the moment they're avoiding it pretty well. It looks like they want to get up close on main and think about maybe hitting this A bomb site. Again, though, that player over in the garage at the moment is unknown. There we go. Completely catches Dexter off guard. Now he could move in towards Heaven, and I think it is likely going to be this A split on the table. No idea. Down looking around lobby.
Can't stay alive, but this is still going to be very interesting. A 3-on-3 is very viable for Heroic. Gonna creep their way down secret again. This seems to have been their constant objective, but this time they do have a bit of a split. Mir getting adventurous, catches Katie and Scope first, and that's not what he was looking for, but Cadian's bailing. 20 seconds. They are running out of time. Is anyone in position to shut them down? Okay, a smoke should be able to cover this off. Cadian needs to get this bomb down to dirt. He knows he's being spammed, but he's going to be able to get through, and Nico from Heaven is his guardian angel. Out the hut goes Magix. Magix past the nade. He'll find Cadian. No, Cadian strikes first. Oh my goodness, these rounds, they come so close for Heroic, but at least a fourth is on the board. You can never breathe easy if you're a Heroic fan. Every single one of these is fought for with blood, sweat, and tears, it feels like. But they finally have a chance at 5.
Yeah, come out with the 5, and it's honestly not too terrible. We're seeing even the buy here is pretty weak for Spirit. Got the auto shot, you know, from SDY. Magic's rocking an MP9 chopper on a 5.7. That's the most dangerous weapon right now based on that 3K we've seen back on Inferno. But yeah, we'll see what can be done from Team Spirit, because, well, we know they can catch people off guard. It's the lobby crunch. It did initially start off on a high note with Magic's getting that first kill, but it is being recovered a bit. Barup was able to hang on ramp, and Stown in the meantime also finding a frag, I believe, around lobby.
Look at SDY. Look at SDY. He should be right there on Borup. Dexter catches one outside. Here we go. Here's the play with the XM. The XM connects. Now the bodies are dropping. It's down to a 2v2, and guns can be retrieved as well. So we're up to the rifles now. It's falling apart a bit for Heroic. They do have control of lower, but for how long? SDY is looking for it. I think Stown just spotted him. Has a very good idea at the very least. Here's going to be a face. Timing everything here as Stown looks away. Facility out. There's the face. There's the check. There's the peek. Who's going to win? Damage done, but no kill shots from either side. Now both players will work together. That nade could be chunky, and indeed it is. SDY taking major damage. On they go. Here's the face. Big kill. Big second as well. Nico with 3. A huge impact player for Heroic. We are going to see how this map concludes when we come back.
Be the same, and as long as you are mine, come on and run away. We wanna run away. We don't need any reasons, baby. Leave it all for the faded hearts. I don't mind if they call us crazy, 'cause they don't understand what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. We're no kids no more. I need to feel alive in this dreadful town. I'm running out of time, and as long as you're mine, I wanna run away. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know. lost my mind, trying to find a story to believe. And I've been getting sick of how I'm spending all my time, searching for a way to find relief. And I can stay inside, go to sleep, but I feel like I need to let go. And I can spin a web of any story that I like.
Oh, sounds like we may
now.
have been muted for a chunk of that exchange.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. Had a nice silent pistol round for you. Does seem like we got some damage coming in here. Dagster does get a trade. Looking for more. Now they'll drop down in towards the vent. This should secure them a bomb plant, but as I say that, Nico actually moves into position to potentially deny. He's trying to tap away. He cannot refute it. Bomb will be going down. Holding on to this, though, going to be tricky. Here now has the P250. Trying to tap, trying to find that head. Unable to connect. He is being whittled bit by bit. Death by 1,000 paper cuts and reloading out in the open. Not going to help that health. Shots perfectly. SDY, meanwhile, securing his flank. It's left to SDY. Has control of the bomb at the least. They do have a smoke. They don't have a kit. So I don't know if I really fancy their chances here if they're actually going to swing in. There goes the tap. One dead. The second, not soon to follow. Nika will have time for the defuse, I believe. Actually, this is a little closer than comfort. No, he does have time. Right? Right?
Just
it's coming down to the wire here. Yeah, he's got
there
it.
we go. Was a close one, though. But yeah, no, Mike, the silence there in the beginning of that round was just to highlight how important the round was, to get the intensity really captured in the atmosphere. That's what it was. But yeah, we do see Heroic thankfully pick it up. They needed that to get a lifeline, obviously. They had picked things up a little bit there, even in the end of the previous half. So we are seeing them starting to get something going for themselves. Force by coming straight into the Spirit as well. Heroic, if they pick this up towards 8, most likely, before the guns come back out for Spirit. And yeah, at that point, I think we have a game on our hands. So this pistol round was so crucial. Let's hope the MAC-10 and the Galils don't manage to do too much for Spirit as this A-Rush comes in. And, well, a 1-for-1 trade so far. That's a pretty good result. 2 players moving in from heaven, meaning getting the bomb down is going to be pretty tough, but we'll see what can be done with this. There actually is a smoke and a molly to block them off.
Bomb going to be planted here. Mir up in the rafters as well. He's making a lot of noise. I don't know if he was close enough thunderfoot for TCs to hear it. There's going to be the smoke fading, so clearly he wasn't aware. That's a big kill to find. Another player trying to go up. But Mir actually goes down. Oh, will get caught. Katie and Red that still don't know that they're going to want to go back in. They're going to try it. Not a lot of utility to do so. It's all on Katie and from the head. Big kill. There's the trade, though, with the Deagle. They're hopping on. They're just trying to go for the defuse. They will succeed in doing so. And boom, another round taken with slim margins here. But they stave off the force buy. And this time there is definitely time for the defuse. I feel like the one time when I say that, it's going to go ahead and go off.
Yeah, no, that one was fine. Unless the game somehow bugged and it exploded, then yeah, no, that'd leave me pretty confused as well. But yeah, no, the one before was definitely close. I was unsure as well until it got a little bit closer, not gonna lie. So it wasn't just yourself. But yeah, Heroic, they take the round, but it needs to be cleaner. You can see Spirit are actually just going to continue forcing to keep the pressure on, knowing that if they win one round, instantly Heroic are on a double eco, and not really a position they can afford to be in with the current scoreline. It would put them in a pretty tough spot if they weren't able to come back with a buy of their own, or a force buy of their own, rather. But Mir, the timing on that. Catches Nico as he fades away. The reload was here, so he decides to pounce on it. Unfortunately, it's only the one that it's good for. But that's worthwhile in this position, honestly, because now it's taking out the player who was watching outside. There could be many T's up close. Team Spirit could be all over outside. Heroic don't really know. And the one-for-one trade in general is going to leave them feeling decent in terms of having the ability to exploit some holes and, well, having the ability to use their numbers right now as they move forward. Tessie's going to have no idea. Could be a double, and there we go. He managed to take down both Magix and Dexter, and now it's all on SDY. Might see a bomb plant at the very least, but actually winning this now, that's going to be a tough task.
The bomb plant at least secured, and he does have access back towards the ramp room. He's going to have some space here, have some time to play with as well. No one's coming from this direction. A 1v3, a bit of a tough ask, especially as smokes can go down to cover off the angle. He secured his flank, though, so they're all coming one general direction, and they're actually all by the double doors control room side. There comes the check. First player not found. What a shot from Kadian. Snapping back over. It looked like he was a dead man, but he somehow survives. And Heroic, another defuse. Has every single one of these rounds since the half switch been won by a defuse? Feels like that's the case.
It has. Only came under the fire, but it's at least success in that regard for Team Spirit. And obviously they're hitting the point where the loss bonus and the bomb plants are just going to start letting them continue to buy. They decide against it in this round, and I'm good with that because they haven't done as much damage in that previous one. Just get the eco in, finally get a real full buy, because you've been getting so close with these buys that have lots of holes in them, that lack nades, that lack weaponry as well. Make sure you have everything, and then, yeah, just play your game. I think that's what Team Spirit realized they just need to do. But this Mac 10, it could be dangerous. They're getting ready for the drop. Nico below. Did he spot him? No, the Mac 10 blocked it. He was spotted in return, though. Nico finds the info. Does at least give room for the rest of his teammates then to move across towards Secret. But yeah, some decent damage towards in favor of Heroic, rather. Oh, nade. Gonna blow the doors up, give some vision. He only gets one, unfortunately. Quick trade by Magix.
I was going to say, I don't love that decision against pistols when you're the only player on site. Now he's got some teammates there. That's a tough fight to take against multiple pistols. You're hoping to catch somebody really off guard and do that against Spirit. There are scopes here, Kadian trying to hit shots. Meanwhile, they're just going to start planting in the smoke. No, Magix apparently can't quite get there. I don't know whether that was a willful decision or whether he literally didn't have enough angle onto the bomb site to punch in the numbers, but now he will be able to. Tucked into the corner. No, he wants to face. So he's trying to bait the peek around. They want to win this round. They don't just want the bomb plant. There it goes in, a 4-on-4. Now the movement will happen. What a shot from Magix. Immediately thought Nico would be able to clean that up, but no, the peek is too strong. Yeah, he'll take a nade, but he just needs to connect one shot right between the eyes, and you're done. Now there's a man advantage. Magic's gonna hit another. A huge performance for the young gun. He's down to 1 HP, but he's got 3 skulls by his name, 3 kills on that deagle. And at this point, Heroic are saving. Heroic are backing off. Spirit, it took a few rounds with bomb plants and getting oh so close, but this time they see it through, and they see it through with 4 alive, and they're even trying to chase back into spawn. They want this gun out of their hands. Kadian will hit the first. Can he survive, though? Stown makes it easier for him. And pulled back the other direction. Magix. So now you do it. He will survive. Armor, deagle, rifle, living through. Spirit, steal 2 guns, steal a round, and now they're in a phenomenal position.
Damn, I mean, they're Heroic are really fortunate that it was Katie and Stown who survived in particular, because they're the only 2 players who had enough to drop over then as well. So thankfully they have come out with a pretty solid buy. I think, who was it? Barup, who was able to just about scrape together an M4 for himself. So yeah, it's here for Heroic, but this is a must-win. Lose this down 12 to 8, probably 13 to 8 then, as they have to take an eco. And at that point, I wouldn't be feeling great about their chances. But yeah, Team Spirit, they break through the one time they don't fully force. That is insane. They've got to be flowing with confidence now after that one. And, well, Nico, let's see what he can do. They need to return fire immediately. And there we go. He gets the kill this time. Spots the player up on top of the hut. We'd seen that exchange just a couple of rounds ago when Chopper had the Mac 10. Or even just in the previous round, rather, when Chopper had the Mac 10. Or it may have been Mirror. But obviously, either way, previously Nico didn't quite get the kill. This time comes out on top, keeps the advantage, and will allow them again to cross over, but they can concede the control a little bit more viably now that they at least have the manpower advantage. And yeah, Stown's
really
already
good for them,
positioned
that
himself.
Nico. You're right, Stown's in a great spot here. The utility's going to come over. See if they can take the angle. Let's see if they can take the corner. They're trying to bait the shot. He's not biting. Now he moves, but Mir, so quick. So quick on the flick. Now, what's going to happen for Katie? And he's kind of alone. No one's here to support. They will be dropping Nico down to join him. Second set of crosshairs makes this a lot easier, and SDY faltering elsewhere. Well, now it gets weird. DC's hits that shot. This is all falling apart here. Up the vent goes Mir, and a haircut delivered by Bora. All down to Magic's. A 1v4, and he has no idea where they are. They catch him off guard. He loses the round. Heroic right back in it.
Yeah, firing right back. They do exactly what I say they needed, and let's see whether Team Spirit actually decide to buy. I was going to say I would expect them to, considering all the buys we were seeing a couple of rounds ago, and with it being an okay amount of money here, they can get the 3 AKs, a Galil, and a Tech 9, and yeah, they do go for it. To be expected, though, because the economy still hasn't built up for Heroic. It's still that one win immediately breaks them territory, especially if they don't save over weapons like they did the previous time. Mir, I was about to say, could be finding some aggression up on outside. Nades do force him back, and probably for the best because he is tagged up fairly heavily now from those nades. He's going to find some trouble if they continue to fight around this area. But it's a slower default from Team Spirit right now. They actually want to focus on ramp. And I think they just heard Tessie's drop down onto the ramp itself, so they should be aware of his positioning. And, well, yeah, you can see Magix was ready for it, but he's just not quick enough. One kill being found, instantly backing off down on towards B, and well calling for Kadian to come in and ensure that they have them locked in at ramp at most. So yeah, well played there.
Great positioning from Heroic now. There's so little that Spirit can do in this situation without coming under fire. Now they got a player back behind the cooling tower. They got a player watching from the control room. This is a good setup. A lower hit. There's going to be the dink already. Dagster down low. So vulnerable now. Spirit, they've been looking very contained these last few rounds. That might just be the case again. All right, they've slipped past. There's the hop up. There's the kill. Nearly a follow-up. Eventually, well, it doesn't come through. There is a trade back, but look at the damage that's been done to these remaining players. There is so little health for them to work with. You've got to kill elsewhere. Bomb does go down. Some post-plant positions. A 3v2. The pressure's coming back in. Players work down vents. Mir's behind him. Borup trying to clear back in towards secret steps. Are they saving this? They are. Interesting from Heroic. Taking a very conservative call, but considering their money, I understand it. I don't think they realized quite how much damage had been done because these players are frail and brittle. But they're going to let this round slip away. They're going to allow the 12th. They're going to try and get more going.
Yeah, especially if they end up losing this game, I think looking back at the demo, they'll be like, damn, didn't realize we had them all so low. We probably could have went for that. But obviously there is just no way of them knowing the exact health, and it makes sense to attempt to save over those weapons, which they do achieve. Gives them another investment here. It's not great. Nades-wise, actually okay. They were able to get even a double up setup though, so they use what they have to the best of their ability, and it's pretty strong. It's Baruch who's lacking, but there's a couple positions where you normally play those shotguns and stuff. The MP9 is also very viable in. But obviously Spirit are up 12-9 at the moment. They have a chance to take this one and start getting extremely close to the finish line at that point. So Heroic need to keep it going. Need to chain rounds together and get some momentum in their favor. Nico find some contact soon. They're on Chopper, but no, it's Mir from above. Kadian, unfortunately, in a position where he just couldn't help his teammate at all if they were to come from, well, above, as we see. And he does at least get the trade there on Chopper, who wasn't expecting him to be still chilling in the garage because they'd been, well, making noise around there for so long, and he didn't peek out to help his teammate. So it works for that, but again, a 1-for-1 is good for Spirit.
If we were talking of a D&D alignment chart here for Team Spirit's Nuke, it would be chaotic neutral. Because there are just so many situations where they swing in to take one fight, leaving themselves completely exposed to another angle with zero information if it's being held. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it really doesn't. Borup, close up. That's a nice off angle that he played. You can't fault Mir for that. That was just a nice position from Borup. But that's a big kill to find. It's an upgrade for him onto an AK. It's damage done. It takes care of the lower lurker. So now if they drop down vent, they have no idea what's waiting for them. And it sets up nicely for this play on site. Katie behind the cool towers. This is a good molly, but he's going to get the kill. TC's staying in the pocket, doing the damage that he needs to do. Now they're going to swing. Awkward swing. Katie will take advantage of it, and it's all left to Dagster. His teammates are coming in to support. They walk through the mini smoke, and that is going to be Borup with a kill. Another round for Heroic. Really nicely done.
Yeah, we've got the game on our hands. That's finally, I would imagine, forced Spirit onto an eco. Surely. Yeah, we're only seeing Mir spending a little bit. He's bought armor so far. Probably going to get a pistol, I'd imagine, so it's actually worthwhile. Yeah, the Deeg and the smoke come out, a little bit of investment elsewhere, and it's just about getting a couple of kills here for Spirit, really. They'll be focused pretty much 100% on that next gun round, because again, especially with this double up setup now being in play for Heroic, they can cause so much damage and then very quickly break Heroic off the back of it. Magic's just behind the molly. This isn't going to be expected, and what a fantastic shot. Catches an opening on A. Obviously, the weapon isn't retrievable, but hang on, no one's watching May, and Cadian is just a sitting duck for Mir, who comes in from behind, and now Barup is like, oh damn, I've lost all of my help on the bomb site.
This is problematic. Nico might be able to reclaim some stuff working his way out of secret. But he's actually bailed. I'm not quite sure what he saw. Did some damage, I think, on SDY. So presumably saw those 3 players and realized he didn't want to get his head ripped from his shoulder. Well, this gets very interesting indeed. Stone locking down main. There's a player on site that's bore up. And Nico's come up. So they got no positioning lower, but this is a good read. It is coming in towards an A hit. And, you know, now that I think about it, we really haven't seen any quick A hits from Spirit in a long time. It's been very slow and methodical, which feels counter to a lot of what Spirit want to do. Borup finds the lineup through smoke. Now he's equalized the numbers. Now it's just down to the pistols. SDY working his way into mini. Can he flank? No, Nico's looking for it. Nico's prepared. The timing works out. So they're just going to rely on these deagles to try and get something. Magic's going to try and work some magic. But they don't really have anything to work with. 20 seconds here. 2 players holding. This should not be viable. Nico might get caught with you kill out. No. Borup is ready to defend him. That's the round over. Time to die, Magic's. He knows it. Doesn't want to die without getting that loss bonus. So he will go down. He will falter. And now Heroic pull within 1. I would love to see Spirit change up this pace a little bit. It does feel like they're very disjointed in the way that they're taking control a lot of the time out here, right? It's very much flow, figure out the gaps, try and fill into it. But maybe it's time to offset the tempo, offset the pace, and catch Heroic while they're still setting up, while they're still looking for those outside lurks. You hit them fast, either on the side or in towards ramp room, or just something. Go for a quick vent drop. There's options here. They're not going to do it, though.
Yeah, or even just, even if they get that outside control as they have been, and then try and work off it a little bit more carefully, I suppose, because, I mean, even look at that previous round, the amount of openings that they found in Heroic's defense. And yeah, they at least sent Miro here again to get the control, but you can see they have a lot of attention towards the lobby and, well, towards ramp at this point. It is looking to be a B split. Nice boost, though, over in this area, and there is also an op that's going to be holding off Mir from making his way down secret himself. But here we go, Tessie. I was going to say has the drop on them, but no. Magic spins around. It's going to be the first blood in favor of Team Spirit, and, well, the second as well to Giant. He's down now in trouble. The molly drops on his feet. He will get the smoke in place to get rid of those flames, but it does still force him into the open, and Chopper sprinting by. He's going to go ahead and take himself. Well, a kill and pretty much the round with it. Barup's not even saving. Cadian might make it away, but that's all they're going to get to carry over, and they have barely any money in the reserve. Obviously, the loss bonus as well at this point will be, I believe, just the 1,400. So this is rough.
A madman. Just a madman. Mir. Always chasing for the next one. Always trying to get it. No hesitation in him. Oh, man. All right, Spirit climbed to 13. It seems like these last few rounds are going to be a brawl. SDY jumps out. It's almost like they're not even trying to get the kill. They're just peeking him. They keep peeking, see if they can get something easy. It's not going to be had. So they'll let Cadian keep his AWP. But that was a little bit more of a straightforward hit. They still work Mir down secret, but then they go for the ramp play. Ramp play works out. That distracts them away from Mir's position. Mir gets a flank, gets a kill, gets a follow-up. That's what we like to see. Spirit with a 2-round lead, inching ever closer to advancing on to play against Astralis. The winner of this matchup, they've secured a spot in the playoffs. If they beat Astralis, they secure a spot in the semifinals. The loser will not be out yet. They'll get another chance. They'll get to battle through the lower bracket. Specifically, in a matchup against Gambit.
That won't be easy. Gambit have been looking pretty solid as well. Was it Yeah, they were saying Spirit were saying they'd like to get a rematch against Gambit, wasn't it? But if they keep it up at this pace, that won't be happening, lads. So chill.
Yeah, I think they'll be all right with skipping the match against Gambit if it means that they're into the playoffs. They'll take that sacrifice, team.
Oh, 100%.
Speaking door blown off.
I was gonna say we could still see it later on. Depends on, of course, how the lower bracket match goes for Gambit. Nice kill by Chopper. Actually able to. I'm not sure exactly what was going on there. They were trying to retrieve the weapon, was it? Yes, down got it. I was curious as to what the push into Hut was. Oh, he's gone again, though. On to the next player. Can Nico find any success? It's going to be the same as his fellow teammates who've fallen before him.
You know, everyone gets
there we go.
He gets AWP. That is now 3 players who have died while touching this op. Maybe it's a cursed op. Maybe that's what's going on here.
Oh, yeah, look, Rupp didn't bother with it. He gets a kill. It was the op. It really was.
Not have a one-shot kill weapon, but it shall kill you. The cursed item, the monkey's paw curls.
14-11. It's doable still here, Mike, obviously, if Heroic can bounce back, but, I mean, this isn't a great buy. Are they even going to have a kit behind it? Kadian goes body armor. Nico is unfortunately left on an MP9. That could get a kit, maybe, but no. So no defuse kit. If it comes down to a bomb plant, it could be an issue. But I think it was only kind of the initial rounds of this half where the bomb was going down regularly. Since then, it's been mostly frags that we've seen ending and deciding the rounds. That was an attempted quick A rush there from Spirit. I like that they were aware enough there to be like, nah, we've been mollied off. Let's just slow this down. And they're moving back, actually, to look for maybe the outside control.
Without taking any damage, either. So the protocol just shuts it down as soon as the mollies come in. It's like, all right, we're either going to catch completely slipping, or they're going to dump utility and we just leave it. TC's big kill on a Magix. Now the ramp room, they know they're going to have to pay a price of blood to get through. Dagster was looking for that shot. It almost looked like it was on, an inch away. They do survive. Pressure coming elsewhere, but at least for now, Spirit really don't have any inroads. They don't even have control outside. We're withdrawing all the way back to spawn to throw another set of utility to get down outside. This is the change up. It'll be kind of a weird set because now they got to cross a lot of things. Smokes go in. It's the secret smokes. And onwards they bloom. There's a gap. There's a gap for Nico to see. This could be huge. Damage is going to come in. That's 1 player down. It's already big impact for the MP9. He's looking for more, but he's going to go ahead and back off. Why is it illegal? They have worked a player into garage, but no, Nico collects. They are paying the lead price right now, and it's all coming from Nico. Chopper and Dagster. What can they do? A 2v5. Control outside, but not much more to speak of. They know the position of a couple of players, but again, nothing that's really operable intelligence. Can maybe get this flank in hell, but actually, as I say that, Kadian starts looking for it. Chopper's gotten upstairs. Chopper's in towards heaven. Here's the flashbang for it, though. The player in Mustang should be looking for him. Doesn't matter. Borup gets deleted. A player just below and Stavin also taken out of play, and he gets past the vent guy. He'll be able to plant. No, denied. Round claimed. No plant available. Huge play for Nico. 3 kills in the round. He paces the board for both teams. 26 and 17. He is the only player on his team above 20 kills. He is only... Well, he and Kadian are the only players on their team who are positive, and Kadian only has 16.
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't bode too well for them when you look at it like that. To be fair, Tessie's is having a decent game as well, just not sitting positive. He's been getting those deaths alongside the frags. Yeah, it's a rough spot still, even with that round win for Heroic. They need to change them together. If they get this one, then actually Spirit don't really have any money left, so suddenly we'd likely be tied up at a 14-14. So we could still have maybe even a 30-round game in our hand. Who knows? Maybe even an overtime if it gets to that point. But Kadian, opening kill on Mir. That was the 1 player they had left towards outside there to try and get the secret control. The rest had already begun working back over towards ramp. And, well, I guess this is just them looking back towards the last strategy that has worked for them. Because we did see, obviously, this play before work in their favor. Is it going to be going such a way this time? And, oh, what an entry from SDY. He's had the Augie at the scope. Everything was lined up, but no, he couldn't even get that mouse 1 click in time. Another player ready down on Beto, which may not be expected. His step coming in up close. Yeah, catches the birdie here. The steps coming in on his side. And realized SDY was above him, but sadly can't do anything about that one. So it will be the trade back, allowing for at least the bomb plant. But they're going to have a tough time holding this after plant.
Okay, cross. Actually, the flashbang will facilitate it. Nico goes down. Now it's a 2-on-2. This is viable. There's a smoke to cover it off, but it's going to be left to Chopper. Mr. Chopper himself. That smoke will be going down in just a moment and has been deployed. They're going to tap on. They've got the kid as well, but he's calling their bluff. He's trusting that they're not stuck on the bomb just yet, and he's correct in that estimate. Now they're looking for the flank, wondering if he's wrapped. He's back on the double doors. Here's going to be the check. He just needs to take out Borup. Gonna have to spam for it, but he can't connect, and that is going to be Heroic who win the round. Chopper left it a little bit too late, and he couldn't find the answers. Heroic. They climb within one. I think this is going to be another buy for Spirit. They've still got money in the bank, and they are going to do so, so it's going to come right down to the wire. But this is feeling like we're going to get the full 30 here, Dean. It's looking like we're going to go the distance, the full dance. Oh, buy back up for Heroic, of course. And they just need one more to tie this up.
Yeah, it's getting there for Heroic. They have really stepped it up here on the second half. Enough for them to get the win. As you said, it is still a buy from Spirit thanks to that bomb plant that went down. SDY, that was a good opening kill, but that Molotov has made things quite a bit more difficult now because Stown is still up close to this door. Nico's actually gotten a kill elsewhere, and they've just completely delayed, you can see, because of this. But no, it doesn't matter. Stown up close didn't expect the late push from the door. Ends up getting caught on the side. The bomb goes down, and Heroic, with the money they have available, it's a save, surely. I can't see them going for this. They need something to be able to fight back to the overtime with.
No, they have to sit back and lick their wounds. They're going to be back in the corner now. Do or die. Map point for Spirit. It has been a brawl through this second half for Spirit, considering they came in with the 10-5. An absolute brawl, but they've gotten to this point. They only need one of the next two.
That is very achievable for Spirit. Overtime definitely doable also, though. To be fair, losing one round would leave one or two of the players maybe a little bit low on money on the Spirit side of things. But I think they could salvage together a buy that at least the team Spirit is enough.
And as we've seen for Spirit, at times this is barely a limitation for them, being on a somewhat lesser weaponry. But let's see what they do, if they're going to go for a fast play, or if they're maybe going to go for one of those cheeky lurks outside. Positioning outside, speaking of which, is going to be taken up by Mir. Of course, huge utility exchange. Heroic have decided they want to fight for this. 3 players focused in. They're not going to let Mir do his thing. They're not going to let him have his way, but he's going to come back in. He's going to try and call the bluff. He's found one under the silo. A typical position. Now there's an op by the red box, and there's Nico standing out in the open for cover. Otherwise, he's nude. Catch the shot. He won't be dropped. Nico gets the answer back. That's huge. If he had fallen there, I think it was all over for Heroic. Heroic, that's Nico's team. But Nico stands strong when he needs to. Now, Spirit slowed, cowed, maybe just a bit. Brownie trying to drop some utility, trying to draw focus towards the A site, but what's their ultimate objective? Whatever it is, Chopper's not coming along for the ride. He's been exterminated as well. Cadian, a great shot outside. This bomb will be retrieved. This bomb will be found, and they've taken deep positioning in towards Trophy as well. So they're slowly tightening the circle around Spirit, limiting the territory that they can get on. This push might come in, this flank might come in, and as a result, Spirit needs to get a move on. They're going to come around into the site. Nico, he's their next point of contact. Right around the boxes here. He will catch one. That's huge. They're going to go for the trade, but he's got them all. Nico putting in work again and again and again for this team. Nearly the last as well. Dexter coming down to 37 points of health, and the flank is on. Nico, again, a massive play when his team needed it. That puts him on 30 kills, Dean. 7 assists and only 19 deaths. He has been a revelation for this team. 405 damage in that round. Mind-boggling.
Insane. Yeah, no, he's putting in the work. Right now, you've got to be real. He is the hero of Heroic. He's the reason that they're in this position. Saying that 30 frags, as you said, the closest on 20 behind them. Between everyone else, they're contributing a roughly equal amount. But yeah, it is Nico who's just up there miles ahead of everyone else. And well, Spirit, they want to rush straight on towards A. They want to bring up the pace and try and catch Heroic off guard to put the nail in the coffin, but it doesn't seem like it's going to work. Heroic have come back from the dead throughout these past 2 rounds, and looks like the overtime is all but confirmed. I was getting a bit worried there as we came down to a 2-on-3, but good work to eliminate Dexter, and now it's all on Chopper. We had clutches galore from Spirit back on Inferno, but we haven't seen them here on Nuke so far. Anyway, he's already gotten 2 of them. No way is this going to be allowed to happen. It's Cadian left in the 1-on-1.
He's got it!
How is Chopper get away with that? How?
He's pulled it off. Chopper, another massive clutch.